It's about time.
What's up guys, and welcome to this week's Top 10 where we count down the best looking games that ever came out on the PC platform. I'm not counting just exclusives, I'm just talking about games in general that blew our mind with their epic visuals. Kicking our list off with number 10, and we have the legendary QUAKE. Now obviously I'm talking about games and how they blew our minds at the time, and at the time when QUAKE 1 came out, our minds were nothing but a pile of mashed potatoes on the floor. It was one of the first first-person shooters to have 3D enemies and pretty much 3D everything, which was pretty groundbreaking for the time. Coming in at number 9, and we have the adventure game OUTCAST. I'll never forget the E3 reveal of OUTCAST when they showed the lead character jumping into a pool of water. Basically at the time nothing looked as good thanks to the voxel technology that was not held back by hardware restrictions at the time, which basically allowed it to be the best looking game when it came out. Next up we have the brand new Doom. Basically it's a reimagining of the original Doom using every graphical resource known to man. What makes Doom so amazing besides its amazingly crisp visuals is its silky smooth frame rate. And on the brand new 1080 GTX cards, it's been known to get up to 200 frames a second without stuttering once. That is just pure silk over your eyeballs. At number 7, and we have the most realistic military shooter to ever hit a gaming platform in the form of ARMA 3. ARMA 3 really pushes the boundaries when it comes to having photorealistic looking vehicles as well as locations. The game itself is a massively open world, which makes it even more of a technological triumph. And it's only bested by a number 6 spot, the lush jungles of Far Cry. Now I'm talking about the original Far Cry because when it did come out there was nothing quite like it. It looked like paradise on a postcard had come to life with gunfire everywhere. Far Cry introduced the world to the Crytek engine, which is one of the most popular engines today and still looks as good as ever. Coming in at our number 5 spot, it's the epic RPG Elder Scrolls Oblivion. A lot of you might have thought that I would have gone for Skyrim here, but Oblivion was more of a technical marvel at the time than Skyrim ever was when it released. Not that Skyrim didn't look amazing, but Oblivion was the best looking RPG at the time, and we love it. At number 4, and we have the heavyweight military shooter Battlefield 3. When they first showed off a gameplay trailer of this game at E3 a couple of years ago, we were flabbergasted with the advancements in not only motion capture, but just effects in the game in general. It was probably one of the biggest leaps in terms of visual fidelity any sequel has ever taken. And that's why we salute you, Battlefield 3. On to our number 3 spot, and it is Half-Life 2. The silent protagonist Gordon Freeman never looked as good as he did in Half-Life 2. Since we're never going to get a third game because Gabe Newell is an asshole, we have to enjoy the glory that was the magnificent Half-Life 2. The source engine which the game ran on boasted some impressive physics effects that was obviously copied in many games to come, setting the benchmark for first-person shooters at the time. At our number 2 spot, no surprise ladies and gentlemen, it's Star Wars Battlefront. Now I know a lot of you didn't like the game, but you cannot deny that this game looks borderline CG. There is nothing on the PC market today that can touch Battlefront in terms of visuals, and that's why it's our number 2 spot, only bested by our number 1, CRYSIS. You know a game has good visuals when it's released 8 years ago and it still looks as good as anything else on the market even today. CRYSIS may have needed all the processing power in NASA's head office to run smoothly, but that doesn't mean that it didn't look amazing. It's our number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to hear your thoughts on what you think are the best looking PC games of all time. Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned till next week where we have another top 10 coming at your way.